Welcome back to my channel. My name's Melissa and I'm the maker behind Embeemakes. You can find me here on YouTube as well as on Ravelry and Instagram as Embeemakes. So today I am here with a regular podcast episode and I'm ready to leave for vacation in 2 days. And as I was packing my stuff and preparing also my knitting stuff I want to take, I thought it would be nice to film a podcast episode before I leave, because I will have quite a lot of knitting time in the car when I'm on vacation. So I want to show you the progress I've made in the past few weeks, and then I'll maybe do another one right after I come back. Depending on how much knitting I get done. So yeah, let's first maybe start with what I'm wearing. This is my finished Tolsta tee by TheCreabea. And this actually hasn't been on my needles for that long. I only cast it on last episode. Well, last episode I was beyond the yoke already. And yeah, since then I have finished it. I think it only took me about 3 weeks. And I've roughly calculated the hours it took me as well, because they've been saying that it's really a quick knit, so I wanted to do a bit of timing, not necessarily to see how fast I can knit, just how much time this simple t-shirt actually takes me. And it's roughly between 30 and 35 hours of knitting, which I think is quite okay for this kind of project. And I'll put in a picture or some video footage where you can see it in full. I've also already posted some pictures on my Instagram. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. The neckline is okay for me, but I think it will widen a bit with wear. I've only worn it once already, because I wanted to keep it neat for the podcast, and I will probably be taking this on vacation. But I might have to add in a little bit of an elastic in the neckline here. But overall, I really love the fit. I've knit a size 3, used 5mm needles for the main stockinette parts and 4 for the ribbings. I've used drops Belle in this lovely green color, and then for the stripes I've used some leftovers from my Anchors summer blouse. Summer shirt. I always say it wrong. Anchors summer shirt by Petiteknit. And so these stripes, I only used 1 ball of the contrast color, and I've used 4 of the main color, and I've used every last bit of it, which is good. And I'm also really happy with how the length came out. Perfect for my high-waisted shorts, high-waisted jeans. Just perfect. And I'm also really happy with the sleeve length. And if I probably make another Tolsta tee, I will experiment a bit more with a bit of longer sleeves. But yeah, for the summer, since this is summer fabric as well, I'm really happy with the length and the fit of this t-shirt. So yeah, that's all for finished objects. Let's now go into my works in progress. I will only be showing the projects I've been working on in the past few weeks, because I do have some dormant projects I haven't touched in a while, but I will come back to those eventually. But now for my active whips, let's say. I've been mostly working on my April cardigan by Petiteknit, and I've actually made quite some good progress, and I already have 1 sleeve. If I can show it, there it is. I've got one sleeve. And I've also done a little bit more of the body. Not that much. I first wanted to finish a sleeve. And then with the leftovers from the skein I used for the sleeve, I'm now continuing on the body. I'm using Filcolana Pernilla in the color Chai. And I'm really loving the fabric it creates. I think it will be a perfect transitional weather cardigan. So hope to finish this soon. I didn't think to take this with me on vacation, but actually I might, because yeah, it's just knitting it around for the sleeve and then knitting back and forth for the body. It's not really something I have to think all that much about. So I might take this, I don't know yet. But I will maybe create like a little reel on Instagram to show you what I take with me on vacation, knitting wise. Like my notions that I take and the projects. That might be fun, I think. But yeah, probably when you see this video that will be already up. So you can check that. So that's it for whips you have seen before. And then I have 3 new cast-ons. So I've neglected a bit my other whips that I had before. And I started some new projects. One of them being my first ever shawl, not counting the Sophie shawl scarf by Petiteknit, because I don't really consider that like a shawl you can wrap over your shoulders. It's more like, yeah, a regular scarf for me. And I wanted to start simple. If you've seen my fall knitting plans video, you already know what it is. But this is my Boneyard shawl by Stephen West. I've not made that much progress since my last video, because I only filmed it a few days ago, and it's been quite warm. But for when the weather was a bit colder, it was nice to work on something woolly and warm. I'm using Shadow, and this is a yarn by Veritas. And I've got quite a few skeins of these, so I can make a nice large shawl. It's also a free pattern, and I think it's great beginner friendly, or like for your first shawl, or even when you're a beginner knitter, this will be a nice project to start on. And then I wanted to cast on, after my Tolsta tea, one last summer knit that I could also take on vacation and hopefully finish it there. But I've also heard that this is a quick knit and a very popular one as well. And it's the Ranunculus by Midori Hirose. And this is what I got so far. So the very beginnings of the yoke. Can't really see that much yet. I've only just started with the lace work, or like the texture. I'm using again a Drops Belle yarn, but this time in this bright pink color. The camera doesn't take it that well, I think. It's more, it's like a pink red color, like a fuchsia, I don't know how to pronounce it. But this will be a really lovely t-shirt. Normally the pattern is for, you can do a long sleeve or a short sleeve, and it's like a very open gauge. But with the Drops Belle, I like the fabric it created on 5mm needles, so I'm using 5mm needles for this, and 4 for the ribbing. And I'm not sure which size I will knit exactly, because for the pattern every size starts out the same. And then after the lace work you divide differently according to the size you want to knit. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I will knit mine with short sleeves, maybe the same length as this or maybe a little bit longer. I have enough skeins of this. I have 8 skeins and this is only the first. So yeah, this will be my last summer knit for this year. But yeah, I think I can wear this in the spring and fall as well with a cardigan over it. Yeah, so this will be my main vacation knit probably. And then the last new cast-on I have, you also saw in my fall knitting plans video. If you haven't watched that, be sure to check it out after this video. And it is my Lyon sweater by Petiteknit. I've shown my swatch already in several videos. I'm using Holstgarn Supersoft in the color Nougat for the main color and Coral for the stripes. And I've only just started this yesterday. So I have the very beginnings of the yoke. But I think this will be such a nice and warm, cozy sweater. I'm knitting this size medium. I think normally I would have to knit a large or extra large with the recommended ease, that's like 20 centimeters. But I wanted something a little bit less positive ease. So I'm knitting size medium, which gives me about 6 centimeters of positive ease, which I think will be nice, so I can also wear it to work or just outside. I don't want like this big oversized sweater. I want something that's, yeah, that I can easily wear under my coat. So yeah, that's what I have so far for my Lyon sweater. Yeah, as I've said in previous videos, I will be going to Lyon on my vacation, well, visiting Lyon. So I will definitely work on that sweater when I'm there and maybe take some nice pictures. But I don't think it will be finished then. But yeah, it will be a nice memory to have worked on my Lyon sweater in Lyon. And yeah, so very much looking forward to that. That was all I am working on currently. But I do have some acquisitions to show you as well. If that's not for you, then I will see you in the next video. But if you want to see what I got in the last few weeks, stay tuned. First, some little notions I got from Veritas. I got a whole pack of stitch markers because you can never have enough. And you might lose some on the way. And yeah, these are a lot of different colors, which is, yeah, very useful sometimes when you need to have different colors in the same project. I think there's 12 of each color in there, or like, yeah, something like that. So that's nice. Then I also recently went to TheCreabea in Brussels, because it's yeah, not far from where I work now. And I bought some buttons. They're still in plastic. I have some beige ones. Some, oh, there they go. Some green ones. They actually match my t-shirt. And then some white ones, but they have some rusty beigey coloring on them, which I really like. So yeah, those will be very useful for the cardigans I'm going to knit. I probably will even use maybe these on my Pippin cardigan I'm planning to knit this fall. So yeah, they will definitely be of good use. And then I got a little bit of yarn, only hand-dyed yarn this time. And I recently joined the Mindful Creators Clubhouse, but right before that, Fem, the woman behind the Mindful Creators, released her first hand-dyed yarn collection. And yeah, it was just so beautiful. I knew I wanted to get some skeins. She's from the Netherlands, so it's not that difficult to ship yarn to Belgium. It doesn't take that long, shipping costs aren't too high, so I went for it. And I bought 2 skeins of her bouncy decay base, and I got 2 different colors. Who would have guessed a green? This is just so stunning. It's called Soft Grass, and it's a 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, it's 225 meters. So yeah, beautiful green. And then I got the same in this pink. And this one is called Field of Flowers. There's some subtle green specks in there. So really nice. And I want to use these 2 together, probably for a shawl. But I want to find a neutral color, maybe something of an off-white to match these 2. As like maybe a contrast color, not really a main color. But to use together with these skeins to make a nice shawl. If you have any specific recommendations that pop into your mind when you see these skeins for a shawl or another pattern, please let me know below in the comments. Yeah, really excited about these. And then the last 2 skeins of hand-dyed yarn I got are from Ginger and Thyme again. She also just did a sale, and it was all cocktail themed, which I thought was really fun. And since I subscribed to her newsletter, we got all her subscribers got early access to the sale. And I went for the color Margarita. And yeah, it's the sock base I always buy from her. And the Margarita looks like this in cake forms. I yeah, got them caked up already, so that I don't have to do that. Yeah, they're both Margarita. They look a bit different in skein form, but yeah, that's just the thing with hand-dyed yarn. So when I make a project with this, I will probably look into a bit of helical knitting, how I can do that to alternate skeins, so that I get a nice and even fabric. My plan for this right now is to make something like the poppy tee from Petiteknit. Maybe not that exact pattern, but yeah, a woolly t-shirt with like quarter length sleeves. So I will need to find a mohair or like a brushed alpaca, another fuzzy strand to go with this, but something that doesn't tone it down too much, because I really love the yellows, the greens, the blue shades. Yeah, so pretty. But yeah, I probably won't be able to knit that this year. It might be something for early next year. But yeah, really excited about these new yarns. And I think that's it for this episode. I quickly want to tell you about the knit-along I'm hosting. So if you've seen my previous video about my fall knitting plans, I also announced that I will be hosting a knit-along over on Instagram. So the knit-along is all about getting ready for fall. So if you want to join me, you can use the hashtag GetReadyForFall2023Cal and tag me as well in your post or in your story, so that way you can join in. You can also be added to a group chat if you would like that. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I will add you to that. And then in the group chat we can just talk about the projects we're making, motivate each other. The knit-along will run from the 24th of August until the 15th of October, so that we're all ready to wear our cozy warm projects when the weather gets colder. Mine will probably start with the Lyon sweater here that I'm making, but yeah, I've got some other lovely plans to knit. Yeah, so that's really it for today. I hope you're having a lovely day and see you soon. Bye!